these are my reasons on why the 2021 Ford F-150 sucks. There are reasons why it's good. These are the bad. Now this is from my personal experience with the truck I've owned. I bought a 21 F-150 brand new almost 3 years ago now. So I believe most of the reasons on why there are problems with the F-150 really come from manufacturing quality and corporate cost cutting, which leads me to my first point. The doors on this truck. This truck is what they call a super cab truck, and they never really got the doors on there straight. And I've had this back at the dealership multiple times for this issue, and actually spoke with the body shop technician who was this old time, super knowledgeable body shop guy, who told me that the Ford Super Cab half tons have always had this problem. Now he did adjust the doors where it's not really noticeable unless you're really looking for it. As the aluminum sits out in the sunlight, it kind of tweaks the metal, and you can tell it kind of looks like it's been in a wreck or something, but it has not. The aluminum it's got a lot more, I don't know, it tweaks a lot more in the sunlight. But you mean to tell me, Ford, you've been making pickup trucks for 100 years and you still can't figure out how to put the doors on there straight? And then, speaking of the corporate cost cutting, that's where we get our plastic oil pan and a plastic oil plug. Now, I'm sure it works just fine, but more and more parts on these vehicles are being switched out for plastic parts, which are, the material is not going to withstand all the abuse that like a steel pan would withstand. I mean, you hit bumps or whatever, and that steel pan would probably dent where the plastic's just going to break away. It's not just a Ford thing, but manufacturers are switching out pieces and parts for lesser quality materials in an effort to save their bottom dollar. And the cost of the vehicle doesn't go down, but I feel all these plastic parts really detract from the value of the vehicle. And I've also had a problem with the ignition switch. Here, the chime goes off with the door open. And if you can see, those are metal shavings, which means that there's metal on metal wear within that ignition switch. So another thing about this truck is they have a 10-speed transmission. In the city, you kind of hammer on the gas, the transmission kind of doesn't know which gear it wants to go in, so you get kind of it'll jump. It seems like it goes down too far, and then it gets too high in RPMs and comes and reshifts. But other than that, on the freeway, it's beautiful. It drives real nice. Like if you're going 40 miles an hour and you romp on the gas, it acts like it doesn't know which gear it goes into. And I was actually looking into this, and there's actually class action lawsuits about this problem where people have sued Ford because they're claiming it's not safe. We'll see, time will tell, how long these transmissions keep up, but it seems like there's a lot of problems with them. There's been class action lawsuits. One guy I follow on YouTube, he's been rebuilding them. So, I mean, there's problems. It seems like they're putting too many speeds in the transmission. All four, it seems excessive. 10 seems excessive. I don't think you need that many. And it's going to be much more expensive when it does break, because it already feels like it's getting worn out a bit. And it's really not old. Also, you know, this truck's had recalls, you know. 2021 Ford F-150. Look at all of these recalls. New truck. Let's see, got the wiper arm. Wiper motor may become inoperative, cause the wipers to operate erratically and or stop working. And we got rear axle wire harness. May be possible for the rear axle wire harness to chafe over an extended period of time, damaging the electric parking brake wiring. The sync and the telematics control unit module software will prevent the receipt of software updates for these modules from the Ford Power Up system. This needs to be fixed.